The bisection method for finding the real root of a equation of an equation. This method I will show you the total first. Okay, if you can read it, this is better. I will read it from the close up. This method is based on the theorem which states that if a function f(x) is continuous between 2 points A and B, and fa and fb are of opposite signs, one is positive and another is negative, that is opposite sign, then there exists at least one root. Of course, this is the real root between A and B. For definiteness, let fa be negative and fb be positive. Then the root lies between A and B, and let its approximate value be given by, this is one value, a plus b by 2. So this is bisection, that's why this is a plus b by 2. This is the bisection method. If function of x naught is equal to 0, if you get this one and see the function of x naught is equal to 0, we conclude that x naught is a root of the equation a function of x is equal to 0. Otherwise, the root lies either between x naught and b, or between x naught and a, depending upon whether function of x naught is negative or positive. Then, as before, we bisect the interval and repeat the process until the root is known to the desired accuracy. The method is shown graphically. in the 1 minute. And see, this is the graph. I will show you what is the meaning of this. This is a point A. You can call it XA also, no problem, but this is a point A, this is a point B. So for that point A, this is that means it is A0, and this point is B0. So this is the function fa. This function is fx. Y is a function of fx. Y is a function of fx. So this is fa. It is clear that this is negative, and fb, it is clear that it is positive. So the theorem, bisection method, or the theorem says that a plus b by 2, which is x naught, is the midpoint between a and b. So this a and b length is bisected at this point. Now if you can see from here that function of x naught is negative here, and this is negative. So what, we cannot bisect this one because both are negative. The theorem says this is negative and this is positive. So the next one, x1 will be x naught plus b by 2. So x1 is equal to x naught plus b by 2. In this way you go on doing it, and you will find that these points is shifting here in this way, and at one point it will come where this will be here. So that means you will get the root. Okay, so this is the method that we will be giving you one example. Please see the example. Find a real root of the equation. This is the equation. Okay, now we see function of 1 is negative and function of 2 is positive. So the root will lie between 1 and 2. So x naught is equal to a plus b by 2, 1 plus 2 by 2. This is 1.5. Function of x naught is equal to function of 3 by 2. So that is actually f, which is positive. Okay, now this one is function of a is negative. So 1 and this one is to be taken. That means this one. This is positive and that is so. Hence the root lies between 1 and 1.5. This one, x naught is equal to 1.5. Function of x naught is positive. So this is the negative. So 1 and 1.5, this will be lie. So hence the root lies between 1 and 1.5. Let me show you the total. Okay, now in this way so you will get x1 1 plus 1.5 by 2. So this is 1.5. We have to find out the function of this. So function of x1 is equal to this is negative. Now you see this is negative. So and x1, function of x1 is negative, and so and 1.25 function of 1.25, this is the this one x naught is function of x naught is equal to positive, so this is negative and positive. So x1 and x naught we have to take the average of this. So x naught is this one 1.5, so 1.5 plus 1.25, what is 1.25? This one 1.25, x1 x naught plus x1 by 2. So root lies between 1.25 and 1.5. In this way you go on doing x2 is equal to this one and do the function of x2, and in this process you repeat the process, and I will show you the x2 up to x2 is given, x3 is this, x4 is this, x5 is this. So you can take the any value 1.31. So x, the value of the real root is x 1.31. So you can get it. Okay.